Imagine waking up in a world where the US dollar no longer reigns supreme, a seismic shift that could redefine global power dynamics. This isn't just speculation. It's a brewing storm sparked by the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Their bold move to challenge the mighty US dollar with a new currency has the United States trembling. But here's the twist. Donald Trump isn't sitting idle. With fiery rhetoric, he's threatening 100% tariffs on any BRICS nation daring to stray from the dollar.
U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has warned BRICS member countries over attempts to undercut the U.S. dollar. Trump threatened to impose a 100% tariff on the BRICS group nations if they did not commit to not creating a new currency or supporting another currency that will replace the United States dollar. The statement comes after a BRICS summit held last month in Kazan, Russia, where the countries discussed boosting non-dollar transactions and strengthening local currencies. Trump issued the 100% tariff warning in his latest post on social media platform Truth Social, adding that if BRICS do not make the commitment, they should expect to say goodbye to selling into the wonderful U.S. economy. Trump has vowed to pursue a protectionist agenda, threatening hefty tariffs on neighbors and rivals. Trump said there was no chance that BRICS will replace the U.S. dollar in international trade, adding that any country that tries should wave goodbye to America.
Is this the beginning of a new Cold War, or a desperate gamble to maintain America's financial hegemony? Buckle up, because this story of power, politics, and global economics will leave you questioning everything. A quick shift. To understand de-dollarisation, we first need to grasp how the US dollar became so powerful. After World War II, the Bretton Woods Agreement crowned the dollar as the king of global trade, backed by gold reserves. Even after the gold standard was abandoned in 1971, the dollar's dominance continued, reinforced by its use in oil trading, the birth of the petrodollar system. Donald Trump, never one to shy away from controversy, has declared, "The idea that the BRICS countries are trying to move away from the dollar while we stand by and watch is over." He's demanding an unwavering commitment from these nations not to create a BRICS currency or support any alternative to the US dollar. Failure to comply, he warns, will result in crippling 100% tariffs, effectively cutting these nations off from the lucrative U.S. economy. But does this ultimatum hold any weight? Critics argue Trump is playing a high-stakes game with a weak hand. The BRICS bloc now represents over 40% of the global population and wields a combined GDP exceeding $30 trillion. Together, their economies have outpaced the U.S., and their trade networks stretch far beyond American borders. In 2023 alone, the bloc's exports to the U.S. surpassed $400 billion, while U.S. imports barely scratched $50 billion. Wouldn't a trade war hurt the U.S. more than its rivals? Trump's threats underscore a deeper anxiety, the waning dominance of the U.S. dollar. For decades, the dollar has been the backbone of international trade, giving America unparalleled leverage over global markets. But the BRICS nations are challenging this monopoly, and their ambitions are reshaping the world. China, for instance, posted a staggering trade surplus of $785.3 billion in the first 10 months of 2024 alone, with nearly $300 billion coming from the U.S. market. What happens when these countries pivot away from dollar dependence? Economic experts warn that tariffs, while politically dramatic, might backfire. History offers a cautionary tale. The Smoot-Hawley Tariff Act of 1930 aimed to protect American jobs but ended up deepening the Great Depression. Could Trump's tariffs repeat history, hurting American consumers and labor forces while pushing BRICS nations closer together? It's not just about trade. It's about the dawn of a multipolar world. The BRICS currency, if realized, could rival the euro and create a new economic powerhouse. While skeptics dismiss this as improbable, the bloc's collective resolve is undeniable. Countries like India and China are forging stronger ties, leveraging technological advances, and diversifying trade partnerships. The U.S., by contrast, appears increasingly isolated, with its $34 trillion federal debt raising questions about its own economic stability. Trump's threats also reveal a desperate bid to maintain geopolitical control. By weaponizing tariffs, the U.S. hopes to curb the rise of China and Russia, two key BRICS players. But is this strategy sustainable? Critics liken it to a parent threatening to take away the car keys while the kids explore public transport. It's a power play, but one that might not work in today's interconnected world. As the BRICS bloc grows, its influence extends beyond economics. Politically, it offers an alternative to U.S.-led alliances like NATO and the G7. Nations disillusioned with Western dominance see BRICS as a beacon of hope for a more equitable global order. But can this coalition overcome internal divisions and establish a unified front? The stakes couldn't be higher. If the BRICS nations succeed, what does that mean for the average American? How will this shift impact global trade, labor markets, and technological innovation? And perhaps the most pressing question, can the U.S. adapt to a world where it's no longer the sole superpower? Stay tuned as we unravel these questions, dissect the data, and explore the intricate web of global politics. This is more than a battle over currency. It's a clash of visions for the future of humanity.